makes a guy like Jalen so challenging?
Well, Jalen's the best player, so just looking at what he does defensively, he picked up Luka full court. He got to the free throw line. He did everything, and that's what your best player does. Just understanding. He plays both sides, defense and offense, at a high rate, and he's been doing that the whole playoffs. I mean, when you talk about the Eastern Conference MVP, and it seems like he's continued to pick up where he left off, and so he's playing at a high rate. We just got to be a little bit more physical with him, and again, we got to keep him off the free throw line and out of the paint because again, he was finishing at a high rate, or he was getting fouled and getting to the free throw line.
What you just heard from Jason Kidd, bro, he's trying to get into their minds, bro. I think he knows that the Celtics are a little bit better than the Mavs, and if they play the right way, if both teams play up to par and play how they're supposed to play, that the Celtics are just better than them. And I think he's trying to sabotage them, bro. He know very well that even if you do believe Jaylen Brown is better than Jason Tatum, nobody in the media really says that. Like, that's really an unpopular opinion when you hear that. Everybody knows that the star in Boston is looked at as Jason Tatum. Now, I'm not saying that he is. I'm not saying that Jaylen Brown is not better than him. I'm just saying, Jason Tatum is looked at as the king, the star, the superstar of that team. Everybody knows that. That's no debating, really. And after game one, and you saw that Jason Tatum did a very good job of taking a step back, passing the ball, seeing that his teammates are playing well, and not really getting in too much of his ego and just playing within the means of the game and how successful that was. He knew it's a way that I could potentially get into their heads. One thing about NBA players, and a lot of NBA players talk about it, is that NBA players have egos. Bigger egos than regular people. You know those kids that you hoop with at LA Fitness? Yeah, they have egos and they love to talk about how they the best in the gym at all times, blah, 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 blah. But think about if you worked your whole life to get to a goal or get to a dream, and you actually got to it. And you're one of 450 best players in the world. And let's say you get to Jason Tatum's level and you're one of 10 best players in the world. You're a top 10 player in the world. Hearing that, for most people, that's going to throw them off their psyche. That's going to throw them off because everybody wants to be looked at as the best. When you win, you want to be looked at as the best. Period, point blank. And we know that this has been Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown team for a while now, but we do understand that the media at least will make it seem like it's mostly Jason Tatum's team when it's a collective. But Jason Tatum is a bit better than Jaylen Brown in my eyes as well, so I can see it. But what he's trying to do is he's trying to cause the Celtics, and more so just Jason Tatum, to try to take on more of a hero role and try to dominate the ball more and get the ball movement not as well as it was in game one, by implementing that into his head so that he could think, I'm going to show Jason Kidd I'm the best player on the team. And while he may go for 35, 10, and 8, they might lose the game because he took 28, 29 shots to get there. He went 12 for 28, 12 for 29. And Jaylen Brown doesn't take as many shots because Jason has the ball more. Derek White might not get as many shots. Drew Holiday might not get as many shots. And their most important offensive player, the other night, Kristaps, he might not get as many shots. He's trying to play with them and get into the mind of Jason Tatum that, hey, I don't think you're the best on this team. Show me why you are. And if they try to play hero ball with the Dallas Mavericks, they're going to lose. Because the biggest hero and the superstar is not a player on the Boston Celtics. The Dallas Mavericks have the biggest hero in this series. If you try to get into it with the bigger superstar or bigger hero, usually the bigger hero is going to win. And also when you have another guy in Kyrie Irving who also can play hero ball. They're both better at hero ball than anybody else in the series. So it's not a game that you want to play as the Celtics. You need to still play as a team. You need to play as a unit and just be a better team. Jaylen Brown being the best player, winning Finals MVP, that is a possibility. But if you want a ring, sometimes you got to sacrifice it. It's not that big of a deal to be the best player in the world. One thing that's for people to say that you're the best player, it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. None of it matters. If you want to win, you want to win. If you have to take a back seat, or if you don't have to play as hard as you did, or you're not playing at the same level that you were in the regular season and you're winning, sacrifice your stats for the team. Jason Tatum, listen to me. Do not let this get into your head. I know y'all have talked about it. I know you know what he's doing, but it can still be in the back of your head that, hey, I'm trying to prove this to him. Don't let this get into your head, because if you try to play hero ball, y'all will probably lose that series. You can still play better, play within the team as well, and you can still show him while playing with the team that you're the best player on the Celtics. But don't let it become an ego thing, because when your ego gets involved, 99% of the time you're going to lose, just like I did. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. That's from my eyes to yours. I'll see y'all next one.